Hi, welcome to STEM Futures. This is the first of a series of videos going through the calculations required in the physics exam. This is taken from a higher paper, and what I've done is I've recreated the question to be slightly different so that you won't have seen this question actually before. It is unique, but it does match a exam style question. Okay, so this is all about the maths really that's involved in the physics exam. So student uses a magnifying glass to examine the writing on the stamp. We're given the image height, it's 15.0 millimeters. We're given the magnification, that's 5.0, and we're asked to calculate the actual height of the writing on the stamp. Okay, and it also tells us to use the physics equation sheet. So the physics equation sheet we still get. It's something we've been given since COVID. As of 2026, we are still getting it. After then, we'll be given information. So the correct equation to use is magnification is equal to image height. So I just want to write it in the same way as it's on there. Image height over object height. We have two options. We can rearrange this to give us what we're looking for. So we're looking for the actual height, which is the object height. Okay, that's there. We're looking for this here. So I could rearrange it to do that, or I could substitute in first and then rearrange. Sometimes in the physics papers, there is a benefit to rearranging first because there might be a mark for the rearranging. That's not always the case. In maths, I always suggest to substitute in first because in maths there's often a mark for the correct substitution. So with this one, being as simple as it is, I would substitute in first. So image height is 15.0 millimeters. So image height 15.0. Magnification, that's on the left, so that's 5.0. And then we're looking for the object height. I'm going to call that HO. Now, to solve this, I could use a formula triangle if I wanted to do that. I'm not a massive fan of them, so I'm not going to do that. This is a fairly simple equation to rearrange. If you're looking on the higher paper, your math should be relatively strong. So I'm going to multiply both sides by HO. That gives me 5.0 HO. I'm still putting the point zeros in. They're not strictly necessary for your calculations, but it will remind me of the accuracy. And then I'm going to divide by 5.0. And I'm just going to write that as a fraction. Just to guarantee if there are any rearranging marks or anything like that I'm getting them. And then I'm going to perform that calculation. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. Now, we were working in millimeters, so we are in millimeters. So image height is 15 millimeters, but the actual object height is 3 millimeters. Okay, there we go. That is the final answer. If you want to make sure that you're being a good scientist, then you might want to just write that down as 3.0 because that's two significant figures, and that was the least accurate value we were given. No extra marks in this particular exam for that. Okay, thanks for watching.